I hope you're ready to meet the 18 housemates in the Big Brother Mzansi. If you're ready, guys, take a sneak peek.
Essentially, I'm a gender non-conforming experience.
I'm loud and proud, bubbly, and I'm
The weirdest thing I've been asked about myself is, am I a gangster's wife?
The wildest thing I ever did was take my cousin's stuffed animal elephants, and I used to just use it to masturbate sometimes.
Alright people, welcome back. I will not be showing my face in this video, so you're probably going to just see only this 18 housemates from the Big Brother show. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so already as we jump into the conversation. So the very first housemates we had in the house was Sis Tamara, and here is a bit about Sis Tamara. He says I'm a gender non-conforming experience. Basically we're expecting to see a lot of experience from Tamara. And his personality is really, really loud. He says that he gets confidence because he is who he is right now. And clearly, this dude has a really loud personality. And so there's a battle between Unko and Sis Tamara, and seriously, he says that she has figured out a way to balance it. So for us, we the viewers watching the show, we're probably going to be seeing how this guy tends to balance his dual personality, because it's very obvious that he has a dual personality. Moving to the second housemate, Fato. She is a dance creator. She's a loud TikToker, and she is the convener of the It Ain't Me challenge on TikTok. And she says she loves males. Most of her friends are males. Basically, that's why we're seeing her holding the banana and using that as a phone for her conversation. She has a very interesting personality, and she says that Lawrence even had to tease her on stage when he actually said something about her being the second housemate, and that 2 million rands was up for the winner. And she said yes, that she gets to joke, and she sees herself as the winner of the Big Brother Mzansi. Moving to the third person who came on stage, we saw a very bossy looking lady. So she says a lot of men get intimidated by her presence, and I think that's very intriguing. Dinky Bleeze. She's a 29-year-old, born in Durban, and she has a very interesting personality. She says the guys with the birds makes her go cuckoo. We actually saw her speaking in tongues on set. It's very, very obvious that she has a very loud personality, and we're looking out to seeing more of her sauce and sassiness, of course. The fourth person we saw is Luthando BU. He's a 31-year-old Durban. And he says his nickname is TJ, but he prefers to be called Ludo. BU is his real name. He's a driver. He looks very cheerful, if you ask me. And he says he likes to surprise people. He says he's been a vegan for 5 years, guys. You know what being a vegan and how stressful that is. I mean, for him getting into the show, we're probably going to see if he is really true to his game and course. He says he's single, but he's not alone. He's ready for whatever the house has in store for him. So yeah, guys, we have an eye on him. The fifth person we have is Acacia, and she's from Soweto. Her spirit animal, she's 30 years old, and she said her spirit animal is a tiger. She says her nickname is Foodie. She's adventurous. She's a cheeky babe, and she says something interesting about her exes. She says, "God damn it, I want her back." That's what her exes literally would have to say about her every time they see her. She says women get intimidated by me. And she's surprised that women actually do get intimidated by her. She says, "Come at me and I'll come for you." And basically Lawrence talked about her exes, and she's like, you know what, she's ready for all the game and everything. She says she's a freelance model, and she does campaign modeling. Really, I don't know what, sounds like a big shot for me. Number 6 is Velo. Velo is a real big time foodie. He said he came out smaller, but he's really big now because he's more domesticated. He knows how to cook. So his nickname, he said 3 things that describes his personality is loud, passionate, and freedom. He loves his freedom a lot. And he says something very interesting. He says, I'm not looking for whatever in the house, but no problem if it comes. So it just looks like he's not going to be taking the ladies seriously, but if they come, he's ready to, play along, I guess. The next person, the number 7 housemate we got in the house is Yolanda. Her nickname is Yoli. She's 30 years old from Doban. Has a very interesting thing, and I mean the very interesting thing is that most of the housemates are coming in from Doban. So okay, it's all good. Now moving to the 8th person, Gashi One is a big time entrepreneur. He really sounds confident. He says Lawrence actually teased him about his blinks, and he was like, yeah, he's ready for the house and all that. Anyway, we're looking out to seeing something very, very interesting from him as, the whole show proceeds. Okay, the 9th person we have here is Themba. He is the tattoo guy. He says he's a perfectionist. His hobbies are tattooing and painting. He looks like a real-time big artist. He says he's a party freak, and he says he pays attention to details, guys. We're going to be looking out to see how much he's going to really pay attention to the things that's going to happen in the house. Moving to the 10th person, the 10th housemate, we have Michelle. Michelle says she's a believer in astrology. She's 27 years old. She says she's a caring lover. Ha! That's a hot one. She says she looks after her own. And she says she believes a lot in astrology. She sounds like a very cute babe. Anyways, moving to the 11th housemate, and we have 32-year-old Libo, resides in Joburg. And I'm a people's person. He says, when you Google him, you won't find his personality out there in the world. So it's obvious we'll need to look closely to be able to identify his personality type, guys. Moving to the 12th housemate, we have QV, a 23-year-old boss lady, if you ask me. Very friendly. She says I'm fun, energetic, and very stubborn. She says she's a ride or die kind of person. She's very loyal, and guys, she exposed a very serious secret. I am bisexual. So it literally means she's there for everybody. I mean, the guys, the girls, I mean, she could be with anybody, and it's all fine and good with her. Anyways, we have the 13th person in the house, and that is Venus. Venus laughs a lot. She says her coping mechanism is laughing. Now, she exposes something very interesting. She says she masturbates. She loves sex toys. She definitely looks like she's going to be very freaky in that house, if you ask me. And Lawrence actually teased her and asked her if she was missing her toys. And she said no, that it's in the past. Anyways, we'll probably get to know if that habit will come back while she's on the show. Moving to the 14th housemate, guys. Choose the 28 years old. Says he is a voiceover artist. He says, I am the life of the party. I'm the guy pouring the drinks. I might be the guy who goes home with the money, the baby mama, and the baby. Guys, I don't know, but this guy is really sharing a very, very loud message, if you ask me. Anyway, he says his animal spirit, how is that called again? Spirit animal is the gorilla. We're looking out to see what Tools has in the Big Brother and Zanzi show. Guys, before I go any further to the very last 3 housemates, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because guys, this is my job. This is what I literally do for a living. You want to stick here, subscribe, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on post notification, drop in your comments. Who is your favorite so far? Whose personality are you already vibing with? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Let's have a loud conversation on this. Guys, moving over to the 15th housemate, it is Zeno, guys. Zeno. His name has some Spanish vibe around it. And he says his girlfriend describes him as a toxic person. His ex-girlfriend, guys, describes him as a very toxic person, but he really isn't a toxic person. And Zeno says that he's from Johannesburg. His full name is Alzino Cancelas Perez. Guys, that's some serious Spanish vibe, if you ask me. He says he's not a toxic person, but he has some bad habits. And one of his bad habits is he has a horrible sleeping pattern. He is an outgoing person. I am an overthinker, and I have trust issues. I don't want to fake anything, guys. So I think we have something to say about Xeno. It looks like Xeno is going to be one of those cool-headed guys. That's not going to look for anybody's trouble. Don't look for his trouble. He's going to keep his cool. But when you do, we'll probably see crazy. Guys, moving to the 16th person, we have Nile. Fine girl. She says her nickname is Fine Girl. She's from Pretoria. Her spirit animal is, she says she's a lioness. She says, I don't get along with other women. I'm very selective, especially when it comes to women. I try to keep only women that inspire me around. And he says she's an alpha female. Anyway, Lawrence got to ask who an alpha female is, and she had some really interesting answers to give. She says, I take my time to understand what a man wants, what a man needs. And she says she has some very strong affirmation book that she carries along and she brought into the Big Brother show. And that this private affirmation just states clearly that I'm gonna win this money. Talking about what astrology what alpha female means, she says she's just that lady who knows how to do things her way. She says astrology is really a big lie, because according to her astrology sign, that she's supposed to be that kind of person who is aloof, who is kind of maybe a bit timid, but she's just the opposite of everything. So she clearly says astrology is a lie. I didn't say that. It was Now that said so. Guys, moving to the 17th housemate, we have no other person but Norman. From a glance, just with a glance, we could tell that Norman is a fashionista. Clearly, this 24-year-old is really vibing. He really looked good. He says he's a Capricorn. He says it's hard to get into my head, but I can get into yours really quick. Okay. Looking at his purse, in fact, Lawrence had to make a statement about him carrying a bag. Like, guy, even the ladies didn't carry a bag, but this guy, he came along with this very interesting purse bag. I don't know what to call it, but he seriously looks like he's going to give us some very trending fashion vibes in the house. Looking at the very last housemate, guys, this, I don't know, but she looks like the craziest of them all. Terry, 26-year-old. I call her the tattoo girl. You guys, we know Thelma has a tattoo thing as the guy in the house. Terry is representing the ladies with the tattoo. She says she's a production makeup artist. She creates adult content, guys. She's an adult content creator. She says she knows how to grab opportunity and turn them to lifelong investment. She says that the first impression people have about her is the tattoo on her chest, that they always ask her, is that your husband's name on your chest? That she looks like a gangster's wife, and then they get to ask her if her husband is in prison or something. Like, wow. She says her spirit animal is the all, and she has it tattooed right on her laps, guys. She says she plans to walk around butt naked. And I don't know, but she says she's going to do a lot of crazy things, like shaking the house a bit, dancing in bikinis, sleeping in somebody's bed for no reason. You guys, I have my eyes on I really do have my eyes on Terry. I don't know about you. Who do you have your eyes on out of the 18th housemates that I've just shared about? It's going to be a very explosive show. The next video, I'm going to be talking about who I think might be the strategies, might be the lover, might be, all that kind of, they talked about the 6 most popular personality types in the show. So I don't know, but from this description, can you tell who is who? If you can, throw it in the comment section. Guys, I'm going to see you all in another video for now. Bye-bye. And don't forget to stay locked in this channel.